Are we in the picture?
Yes.
Yeah, we're in. Okay, good.
All right. Can everyone hear me? If it's not okay, someone tell Nathan and we'll figure that out. Welcome, everyone. My name's Cassie Barnum. Tal is one of my oldest friends, and I am honored to be standing before you here today. I didn't think this is how any of us envisioned attending the weddings of our loved ones, but nonetheless, I'm so glad that we are able to be here and share it together, despite everything that's happening in the world around us. This is an incredibly special moment for these two wonderful people, and for me as well. I couldn't be more delighted both to see them get married and to be the one to do it. And I got this awesome certificate from the state of Massachusetts that says I am authorized to solemnize this marriage. I've known Tal for what feels like forever, since I was 9 and watched him and his dad David try to get their dog Goldie to pull him around on a sled in the snow down at the schoolyard, and thought, I've got to be friends with that guy. When we were about 14, a real friendship blossomed as we sat next to one another daily on the school bus. Now he is that friend to me, the one who knows you so well you barely have to explain things, with whom the inside jokes are so worn in that you can refer to them by name instead of having to spell them out. The friend who you'll play phone tag with for a while because you have perfect confidence that you'll catch up eventually, but who, if you left a voicemail saying call me, would drop whatever he was doing and dial. He is a steady, loving, incredibly bright, but always modest person. I've known Irina for a relatively short time, but it's clear that she has those same qualities that make for true friendship. Fierce loyalty, a warm sense of humor, the ability to intuit what questions to ask, and really actively listen to the answers. Her courage stands out even among the bravest of us. Born in Siberia, in a town you can only reach by taking a train from Moscow and then transferring to another train, she set out for university in Moscow and from there to the United States, where she has built a life for herself. I particularly admire this adventurous spirit because, as Tal will tell you, I cried into his shoulder for 4 weeks straight when we left home for college a mere 6 hours away. It's a profound disappointment that Irina's mother Olga could not be here in person today, but I'm certain that her delight at her daughter's marriage stretches across even this vast distance. I was going to steer clear of the fact that when Tal and Irina first met, they mutually agreed the relationship wasn't going anywhere. But they raised it first on their wedding website, so I think it's fair game, and it's part of their story. They went on a few dates, didn't feel it, bade one another farewell. But a little while later, Tal popped up as Irina's top match on a dating app, and the more information Irina put in, the stronger the match got. She reached out, and they decided to see each other again. And Irina told me that one of her favorite memories of their relationship is their first kiss this second time around, when at the end of an evening spent hanging out supposedly as friends, Tal took the first step on the path to where we are today. It's a little hard to know what to make of this story at first blush. What changed? I asked each of them, and a common theme emerged, which is that Tal got with the program. He said, when I asked him about their first foray into romance, when we first met, I was just starting to see what was out there, trying to get my feet under me. Irina told a similar tale from an opposite perspective. She said, the first time around, I felt like he was just going on dates for the sake of it. He liked me, but he liked the idea of dating more than me in particular. But the second time around, I could see he was super excited to see me, and he saw me, and there was electricity. Electricity is right. And as a brief side note, I would like to say that when I mentioned this to Tal's dad, David, he encouraged me to include a joke at this moment about Tal being an energy trader. I have decided against it. Anyway, these two have a bright, obvious chemistry. They are playful. They delight in one another. Each of them separately emphasized to me how much they love the other's bad jokes. That's a phrase they each used. And I've seen it, how easily they make each other laugh. Once, when they were visiting my wife Becca and me at our house in D.C., I came across Irina sitting on the banister while Tal stood below. just play fighting, kind of like this, and laughing. I have no idea what the joke was or the game, but it was really wonderful to see how easily they could create their own fun together. Their shared sense of humor, even bad humor, will be their warmth on cold nights and their light in moments of darkness. Of course, they have their differences. Tal told me that he loves Irina's zest for life, her optimistic and upbeat personality. He said, with admirable self-awareness, "I feel her personality is a good balance to mine." As his mother Gail put it, Tal has absolutely no spontaneity, but Irina helps him stop worrying to death about everything. And their personalities certainly are distinct. Anyone who knows Tal well won't be surprised to learn that after listing a number of things he loved about Irina, how she is his rock of support, how they share a sense of humor and love of cooking, among many other things, he mumbled, "And then there's the whole attractive thing, but we can leave that out." Irina, by contrast, in addition to citing Tal's generosity, intelligence, and kindness, was not shy about admiring Tal's handsomeness, his eyelashes, his cute dimples. When I asked Tal for some of his favorite memories of his time with Irina, he described a mental picture of riding bikes together, getting to the top of a hill and turning around to see her smiling up at him as she cranked her way up on a heavy old bike. He said, "It warms my heart to think of it." Irina's favorite memory was that second first kiss. As I talked to each of them about these questions, though we were talking on the phone, I could see Irina's mischievous smile in my mind's eye as clearly as I could imagine Tal blushing. But of course, differences are an important part of any relationship. The capacity to navigate those differences is what makes it work. Tal told me that together, he and Irina have figured out ways to complement each other, to make their differences fit together in complementary ways instead of just being differences. He explained that he needs downtime, where Irina loves activities, and they found a balance that worked for both of them. And this is part of what marriage means to each of them, working these things out. Commitment, not just in the sense of being monogamous, but in the sense that one is committed to a project or a work in progress. Tal said that marriage means making a commitment to work together when we face difficulties and to not give up. Irina said that it means a commitment to spend our lives together, not just to enjoy the fun we're having at the moment, though there's a lot of it. I have never officiated a wedding before, and I certainly don't feel qualified to make any proclamations about marriage writ large, but what you guys said sounds just right to me. It's not only a promise to each other, but an admonition and encouragement to our future selves. Remember, we tell ourselves on our wedding day, that no matter what we face in the days to come, this partnership is worth fighting for. And while they're making a promise today that they will stick by one another, no matter what the future brings, in truth, they are living that promise already. To hear these two talk about their future is to envision it. Kids, a dog, even working the bad stand-up comedy circuit together. But they know that things will not always go the way they envision. Certainly, I am sure neither of them saw themselves getting married like this. But they know they'll have each other's backs when things get hard. Today, they embrace each other's joys and burdens as their own. One of my oldest and only grievances in my relationship with Tal is that at the tender age of 12, I was not invited to his bar mitzvah. I had promised myself that after harping on this point for many, many years, I would not mention it in the course of this event. But fate intervened. I was talking to Tal's parents over video chat as part of preparing for officiating today, and we were talking about the role that Judaism might or might not play in Tal and Irina's family moving forward. And David said, "I don't know if you remember, but at Tal's bar mitzvah." And before he could finish the sentence, Gail's eyes got wide, and she said, "David, no, we don't talk about that. Cassie wasn't invited." After I magnanimously and falsely insisted that there were no more hard feelings on the matter, David told me that at the bar mitzvah, he wished for Tal to struggle with his Jewish identity. Tal is clearly succeeding, as evidenced by this non-rabbi standing before you here under this chuppah today. And by the way, since you have honored me so deeply in allowing me to help you guys get married, I forgive you. In any event, in the Jewish tradition, weddings include 7 blessings for the couple, wishing them well in community, interconnectedness, celebration, peace, the goodness of the world and its people, and of course, love. In lieu of that full ritual, David will now offer the traditional version of the final blessing in Hebrew, and Gail a progressive interpretation in English.
Hey, thank you. Okay, all good?
It's perfect.
All good.
It's
Okay,
perfect.
excellent.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Thank you and welcome to all our family and friends. So this is the last of the Sheva Baruchot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bara sason v'simcha, chaton v'kala, gila Irina, nitza v'chedva, ahava v'achava, v'shalom v'reut. Mehira Adonai Eloheinu, yishma ba'arei Yehuda u'v'chutzot Yerushalayim, kol sason v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kala, kol mitzhelot chatanim mechupatam, u'ne'arim mimishte neginatam. Baruch atah Adonai, mesameach chatan im hakala.
Thank you everybody for joining us. We're delighted to be here. And my job is to give this in an English, progressive, and Cassie, you forgot to say feminist way.
It went without saying.
Oh, thank you, Cassie. So may we all see the day when the world will echo with the sounds of feasting and singing. Praised is love. Blessed be this union. As you stand under the chuppah, you promise to share all the future that it brings. May you find life's joy heightened, its bitterness sweetened, and of all things hallowed by true respect, companionship, equality, and love. And welcome to our family.
Thank you, Gail and David. All right, now we'll get to the good stuff. You guys ready to get married?
We are.
All right. Oh, vows. I thought we might skip over that. Whose is whose? Here.
We're very gentle.
Did you race him or what?
Yeah.
Should I go first or do you want to?
Go first. Well, I will go first.
You'll go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So I have something to build on. Here we are. The first time I came here, I knew I wanted my wedding to be here. That was about 6 years ago, and I didn't even know it back then. Meeting you has changed my entire life. All my dreams have come true since I found you, including this one. Thank you for giving me my dream wedding, and above all, thank you for being the man of my dreams. You have filled my life with such happiness and have given me a sense of peace that I have never known. Everything with you seems so effortless and beautiful, like the universe itself put us on this path together and gave us her blessing to have a life we were always meant to have. As we continue our lives together, I promise to be true to you, to support and encourage you, and to challenge and frustrate you. I truly believe we are good for each other, and that we will continue to grow stronger together. I promise to love you unconditionally, and to always know that when challenges arise, we will always find our back to one another. I promise to make you smile as much as you make me smile, to laugh at all your jokes and reply with even worse ones, to praise your food enthusiastically because it really deserves it, to be your little spoon when falling asleep each night, and to reply to I love you with I love you more, to the infinity, the eternity, and the edge of the universe, and back again. That's ever expanding.
to my era, who've opened my eyes to all that life can be. Before we met, I always felt I was working towards something in the distance, that life would be great when I got there. But it was you who showed me what life can be in the present, while expanding my dreams for what the future can bring. I feel so fortunate to be marrying you. You combine a zest and excitement for life with a unique intelligence and resourcefulness and kindness. I think we complement each other perfectly and bring out the best in each other. I am in awe of how big of a leap forward marriage is. I am also in awe of how confident I feel about taking this leap with you. I am not always the most relaxed of people, as some people might know, but this marriage feels natural in my soul. I promise to make this leap forward together as a team, always on the same side, to face challenges together and to use them as opportunities to grow our relationship and our bond. I vow to be patient with you, to listen and feel your emotions, even when I don't fully understand them, to never tire of your suggestions, and to laugh at all your jokes, to maintain a sense of humor and optimism, even when I'm tired and a baby is crying at 2 a.m. I vow to be a devoted parent. Together, I'm sure we'll figure it all out. I love you with all my heart, and will be a loving, supportive husband in good times, bad times, and everything in between. I love you more. Love you.
All right. I need a second.
I might need it in case I
Tal, do you take Irina as your wife?
I do. I do. I give you this ring as a symbol of all love. All that I am, I give to you. All that I have, I share to you. May this ring be a symbol of all the words that are spoken today.
Irina, do you take Tal to be your husband?
I do! I give you this ring as a symbol of our love. All that I am, I give to you. All that I have, I share with you. May this ring be a reminder of the words spoken today. Is there a glass?
Is there a
Oh,
glass?
the glass!
Okay.
It's okay.
Oh no!
It's in the car, probably.
All right. I want you guys to take that shell and stamp on it.
Should we do it?
Yeah, do it.
Yes.
Do it. A phone? A shell.
Take a shell.
Do you want to play the music?
Well, no, I have to say the thing first,
Okay.
which is that by the power vested in me by the government, I now pronounce you married. I encourage you to kiss one another in celebration and break that shell.
Ready? 1, 2.
Mazel tov!
Now you walk away.
Do they?
We're going to the... We will need the money. Here. We are going in front.
Alright. Like a good solid.
Where are they going? Come back!
So if you all bear with us for just a moment, we're gonna see
There's been some gallivanting
yes,
around.
they're gallivanting. It's very lovely, and we're gonna hear and see a video from Irina's mother, and then a toast from Tal's grandfather, read by David. So I'm going to step aside and let these guys take